Namaste, Zanoni Snowflake here. We're currently in the void of course moon, and before she transits into Capricorn zodiacal energies at 1:30 p.m. UK time. And about 10-15 minutes ago, we moved into the planetary time of Venus. Venus is the planet of the language of for relationships, the language of love. Chapter 9 of the Mastery of Love. The Divine Huntress. In Greek mythology, there is a story about Artemis, the divine huntress. Artemis was the supreme huntress because the way she hunted was effortless. She fulfilled her needs so easily and lived in perfect harmony with the forest. Everything in the forest loved Artemis, and to be hunted by her was an honour. It never seemed like Artemis was hunting. Whatever she needed came to her. That is why she was the best hunter, but this also made her the most difficult prey. Her animal form was a magical deer that was almost impossible to hunt. Artemis lived in a perfect harmony in the forest until one day a king gave an order to Hercules, the son of Zeus, who was searching for his own transcendence. The order was that Hercules had to hunt the magical deer of Artemis. Hercules, being the undefeated son of Zeus, did not refuse. He went to the forest to hunt the deer. The deer saw Hercules, and she wasn't afraid of him. She let Hercules come close, but when Hercules tried to capture her, she ran. There was no way Hercules could get this deer. We still live? Yeah. It was our alarm for 12 o'clock, complex stability. But we back now, hi. We keep reading now. Shh. The deer saw Hercules, and she wasn't afraid of him. She let Hercules come close, but when Hercules tried to capture her, she ran. There was no way Hercules could get this deer unless he became a better hunter than Artemis. Hercules called upon Hermes, the messenger of the gods, the faster one, to lend him his wings. Now, Hercules was as fast as Hermes, and soon the most valuable prey was in the hands of Hercules. You can imagine the reaction of Artemis. She was hunted by Hercules, and of course she wanted to get even. She wanted to hunt Hercules, and she did her best to capture him. But Hercules was now the most difficult prey. Hercules was so free, and although she tried and tried, Artemis could not capture him. Artemis didn't need Hercules at all. She felt a strong need to have him, but of course it was only an illusion. She believed she was in love with Hercules, and she wanted him for herself. The one thing on her mind was to get Hercules, and it became an obsession until she was no longer happy. Artemis started to change. She was no longer in harmony with the forest because now she hunted just for the pleasure of getting the prey. Artemis broke her own rules and became a predator. The animals were afraid, and the forest started to reject her. But Artemis didn't care. She didn't see the truth. She only had Hercules on her mind. Hercules had many works to do, but sometimes he would go to the forest to visit Artemis. Every time he did, Artemis did her best to hunt him. When she was with Hercules, she felt so happy to be with him. But she knew he would leave, and she became jealous and possessive. Every time Hercules left, she suffered and she cried. She hated Hercules, but she loved him also. Hercules had no idea what was going on in the mind of Artemis. He didn't notice she was hunting him. In his mind, he was never the prey. Hercules loved and respected Artemis, but this is not what she wanted. Artemis wanted to own him. She wanted to hunt him and be the predator with him. Of course, everyone in the forest noticed the difference in Artemis, except her. In her mind, she was still the divine huntress. She didn't have the awareness that she had fallen. She wasn't aware that the heaven that was the forest had become hell, because, after her fall, the rest of the hunters fell with her. They all became predators. One day, Hermes took an animal form, and just as Artemis was ready to destroy Hermes, he became a god, and she rediscovered the wisdom she had lost. He let her know she had fallen, and with this awareness, Artemis went to Hercules to ask for his forgiveness. It was nothing but her personal importance that brought her to that fall. In talking to Hercules, she realised she had never offended him because he didn't know what was going on in her mind. Then she looked around the forest and she saw what she'd done to the forest. She apologised to every flower and to every animal until she recovered love. Once again, Artemis became the divine huntress. I tell this story to let you know that all of us are hunters and all of us are prey. Everything that exists is both hunter and prey. What is it that we hunt? We hunt to fulfill our needs. I have talked about the needs of the body versus the needs of the mind. When the mind believes it is the body, the needs are only illusions and they cannot be fulfilled. When we hunt those needs that are unreal in the mind, we become the predators. We are hunting for what we don't need. Humans hunt for love. We feel that we need that love because we believe we don't have love, because we don't love ourselves. We hunt for love in other humans just like us, expecting to get love from them when these humans are in the same condition as we are. They don't love themselves either. So how much love can we get from them? We merely create a bigger need that isn't real. We keep hunting and 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 hunting. But in the wrong place, because other humans don't have the love we need. When Artemis became aware of her fall, she went back to herself, because everything she needed was inside herself. It is the same for all of us, because all of us are like Artemis, after she fell and before her redemption. We are hunting for love. We are hunting for justice and happiness. We are hunting for God, but God is inside us. Or as we like to say, the multiversal energies are inside of us. The hunting of the magical deer teaches you that you have to hunt inside yourself. This is a great story to keep in mind. If you remember the story of Artemis, you will always find the love inside you. Humans who hunt each other for love will never be satisfied. They will never find the love they need in other humans. The mind feels the need, but we cannot fulfill it because it isn't there. It's never there. The love we need to hunt is inside ourselves. But that love is difficult prey. It is so difficult to hunt inside yourself. To get that love from inside you, you have to be very fast as Hermes, because anything can distract you from your goal. Whatever traps your attention distracts you from reaching your goal, from getting the prey that is the love inside. If you can capture the prey, you will see that your love can grow strong inside you, and it can fulfill all your needs. This is so important for your happiness. Usually, humans go into relationships as the hunter. They look for what they feel they need, hoping to find what they need in the other person, only to find that it's not there. When you enter a relationship without this need, it's a different story. How do you hunt inside yourself? To capture the love inside yourself, you have to surrender to yourself as the hunter and the prey. Inside your own mind, there is the hunter and there is also the prey. Who is the hunter? Who is the prey? Inside your own mind, there is the hunter and there is also the prey. Who is the hunter? Who is the prey? In ordinary people, the hunter is the parasite. The parasite knows everything about you, and what the parasite wants are the emotions that come from fear. The parasite is a garbage eater. It loves fear and drama. It loves anger, jealousy, and envy. It loves any emotion that makes you suffer. The parasite wants to get even, and it wants to be in control. Your self-abuse, as the parasite, is hunting you 24 hours a day. It is always after you. So, we become the prey of the parasite, a very easy prey. The parasite is the one who abuses you. It is more than a hunter. It is a predator. And it is eating you alive. Double dose of complex stability, 12-12 alarm went off. That was when we were doing 12 minutes of sounding at 12 o'clock for complex stability to clear our trauma and become grounded. It's working, we feel, even though some of us don't feel, but that's only because the multiverse has thrown us some spanner in the works again. But it's just to challenge us to see if we're up to the task. And we are, we'll show it. The parasite is a garbage eater. It loves fear and drama. It loves anger, jealousy, and envy. It loves any emotion that makes you suffer. The parasite wants to get even, and it wants to be in control. Your self-abuse, as the parasite, is hunting you 24 hours a day. It's always after you. So we become the prey of the parasite. A very easy prey. The parasite is the one who abuses you. It is more than a hunter. It is a predator, and it is eating you alive. The prey, the emotional body, is that part of us that suffers and suffers. It's that part of us that wants to be redeemed. In Greek mythology, there is also the story of Prometheus, who is chained to a rock. During the day, an eagle comes and eats his innards. During the night, he recovers. Every day, the eagle comes and eats his insides again. What does this mean? When Prometheus is awake, he has a physical and emotional body. The eagle is the parasite that is eating his insides. During the night, he doesn't have the emotional body, and he recovers. He is born again to be the food for that eagle, until Hercules comes to release him. Hercules is like the Christ, Buddha, or Moses, who breaks the chain of suffering and gives you your freedom. To hunt inside yourself, you start by hunting every reaction you have. You are going to change one routine at a time. It is a war for freedom from the dream that controls your life. It is a war between you and the predator, with the truth in the middle. In all the Western traditions, from Canada to Argentina, we call ourselves warriors, because a warrior is the hunter who hunts herself. It is a big war because it's a war against the parasite. To be a warrior doesn't mean you will win the war, but at least you rebel, and you no longer accept that the parasite is eating you alive. Becoming the hunter is the first step. When Hercules went into the forest in search of Artemis, there was no way he could capture the deer. Then he went to Hermes, the supreme teacher, and he learned to become a better hunter. He needed to be better than Artemis in order to hunt her. To hunt yourself, you also need to be a better hunter than the parasite. If the parasite is working 24 hours a day, you also have to work 24 hours a day. The parasite has an advantage. It knows you very well. There is no way you can hide. The parasite is the most difficult prey. It's that part of you that tries to justify your behaviour in front of other people. But when you are alone, it is the worst judge. It is always judging, blaming, and making you feel guilty. In a normal relationship in hell, the parasite of your partner allies with your parasite against the real you. You have against yourself not just your own parasite, but the parasite of your partner, who aligns with your parasite to make the suffering eternal. If you know that you can make a difference, you can have more compassion for your partner and allow her to deal with her own parasite. You can be happy every time your partner takes another step towards freedom. You can be aware that when your partner gets upset, gets sad or jealous, it's not the one you love that you are dealing with it at that moment. It's a parasite that is possessing your partner. Knowing the parasite is there and knowing what is going on in your partner, you can give your partner the space to deal with it, since you are only responsible for your half of the relationship. You can allow her to deal with her own personal dream. In that way, it will be easy not to take personally what your partner is doing. This will help your relationship a lot, because nothing that your partner does is personal. Your partner is dealing with her own garbage. If you don't take it personally, it will be so easy for you to have a wonderful relationship with your partner. Chapter 10. Seeing with eyes of love. If you look at your body, you will find billions of living beings who depend on you. Every cell in your body is a living being that depends on you. Every little cell in our body is happy. Every little cell in our body is well. Every little cell in our body is happy. Every little cell in our body is well. We're so glad every little cell in our body is happy and well. We're so glad every little cell in our body is happy and well. Every little cell in our body is happy. Every little cell in our body is well. Every little cell in our body is happy. Every little cell in our body is well. We're so glad every little cell in our body is happy and well. We're so glad every little cell in our body is happy and well. Every little cell in our body is happy. Every little cell in our body is well. Every little cell in our body is happy. Every little cell in our body is well. We're so glad every little cell in our body is happy and well. We're so glad every little cell in our body is happy and well. Every little cell in our body is happy. Every little cell in our body is well. Every little cell in our body is happy. Every little cell in our body is well. We're so glad every little cell in our body is happy and well. We're so glad every little cell in our body is happy and well. Thanks, Mummy Gaia, Grandma Moon, Father Sky. Who's Grandpa? I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out. We have to be patient. All comes when it's meant to. Aligns when it's meant to. That's what they mean by divine timing. Oh. You are responsible for all those beings, for all those living beings that are your cells. You are God. You can provide what they need. You can love all those living beings, or you can be so mean to them. The cells in your body are completely loyal to you. They work for you in harmony. We can even say they pray to you. You are their God. That is absolutely the truth. Now, what are you going to do with this knowledge? We're going to keep applying it like we have been for years. Well done. Remember, the whole forest was in complete harmony with Artemis. When Artemis fell, she lost respect for the whole forest. When she recovered her awareness, Artemis went from flower to say, "I'm sorry. Now I will take care of you again." That is what we say to our plants, isn't it? Because we know that we've not been in optimum health to do what they need to live. But obviously, the ones that can, that we've needed, the energy and our intention's been enough. And we do water them on the Scorpio zodiac sign now so that we remember. We do, don't we? Although we don't always, but we are getting better at that too. Yeah, so thinking of that, we only gave them wee round t'other day. We need to give them more, don't we? We do. Well remembered. Yeah. We need to get the water from the rainwater in the watering cans and keep it inside again so it warms up and don't harm their roots. Well done, that's exactly what we need to do. When she recovered her awareness, Artemis went from flower to say, I am sorry. Now I will take care of you again. And the relationship between Artemis and the forest became a love relationship again. The whole forest is your... Mercury time, it gone from time of Venus. What time is it now? I don't know, it's on phone. I don't think we find time on phone when it's like this. Yes, we can, it's 12:29. 12:29 gone into Mercury time. I think it was 11:47ish that it was then Venus time. So we got planet energies of relationships and language of love, and now planetary energies of communication, expression, the mind. Mercury rules Gemini and another one. Might be Virgo, you know, but we don't know for sure. What does Venus rule? There's two on this one too, isn't there? I think Venus rules Taurus and Libra. I think it does, you know. Well done. The whole forest is your body. And if you just acknowledge this truth, you will say to your body, I am sorry. Now I will take care of you again. We're sorry, body, but you know this already, but we will keep saying it to you so you remember too, and we remember. Because we didn't know, but now we know we love you more. And we do, because we already got the actions to prove it by what we're doing, aren't we? Beautiful body. I am sorry. Now I will take care of you again. The relationship between you and your body, between you and all those living cells that depend on you, can become the most beautiful relationship. Your body and all those living cells are perfect in their half of the relationship, just like the dog is perfect in its half. The other half is your mind. Your body takes care of its half of the relationship, but the mind is the one that abuses the body. That mistreats the body, that gets so mean with the body. Just look at the way you treat your cat or your dog. If you can treat your body the same way you treat your pet, you will see that it's about love. Your body is willing to receive all the love from the mind, but the mind says, no, I don't like this part of my body. Look at my nose. I don't like my nose. My ears, they are too large. My body is too fat. My legs are too short. The mind can imagine all kinds of things about the body. Your body is perfect the way it is. But we have all those concepts about right and wrong, good and bad, beautiful and ugly. These are just concepts, but we believe them, and that's the problem. With the image of perfection we have in our mind, we expect our body to look a certain way, to act a certain way. We reject our own body when the body is completely loyal to us. Even when our body can't do something because of its limitations, we push our body, and our body at least tries. Look at what you do with your own body. If you reject your own body, what can other people expect from you? If you accept your own body, you can accept almost everyone, almost everything. This is a very important point when it comes to the art of relationship. The relationship you have with yourself is reflected in your relationships with others. If you reject your own body, when you are sharing your love with your partner, you become shy. You think, look at my body. How can he love me when I have a body like this? Then You reject yourself and make the assumption that the other person will reject you for the same thing you reject in yourself. And when you reject someone else, you reject him for the same things you reject in yourself. To create a relationship that takes you all the way to heaven, you have to accept your body completely. You have to love your body and allow your body to be free to just be. To be free to give, free to receive, without being shy, because shy is nothing but fear. Imagine how you see your pet dog. You see the dog with eyes of love, and you enjoy the beauty of that dog. It doesn't make any difference whether that dog is beautiful or ugly. You can go into ecstasy just seeing the beauty of that dog, because it's not about possessing beauty. Beauty is just a concept we learned. Do you think a turtle or a frog is ugly? You can see a frog, and the frog is beautiful, it's gorgeous. You can see a turtle, and it's beautiful. Everything that exists is beautiful, everything. But you think, that is ugly. Because someone made you believe what is ugly and what is beautiful, just as someone made you believe what is good and what is bad. There's no problem at all with being beautiful or ugly, short or tall, thin or heavy. There's no problem with being gorgeous. If you walk through a crowd of people and they tell you, oh, you're beautiful, you can say, thank you, I know, and keep going. It doesn't make any difference to you, but it will make a difference to you if you don't believe you are beautiful, and someone tells you that. Then you are going to say, am I, really? This opinion can impress you, and, of course, that makes you easy prey. This opinion is what you think you need, because you believe you are not beautiful. Remember the story of the magical kitchen? If you have all the food you need, and someone asks you to let him control you for food, you say, no thank you. If you wish to be beautiful, but you don't believe you are, and someone says, I will always tell you how beautiful you are, if you just let me control you, you will say, oh, yes, please, tell me I'm beautiful. You are going to allow that to happen because you think you need that opinion. What is important are not all those opinions from others, but your own opinions. You are beautiful no matter what your mind tells you. That is a fact. You don't have to do anything because you already have all the beauty you need. To be beautiful, you don't have any obligation to anyone. Others are free to see whatever they want to see. If others see you and judge you, beautiful or not, if you are aware of your own beauty and accept your own beauty, their opinion doesn't affect you at all. Perhaps you grew up believing that you are unattractive and you envy beauty in others. Then, to justify the envy, you tell yourself, I don't want to be beautiful. You may even have a fear of being beautiful. This fear can come from many directions, and it's not the same for everyone. But often it is the fear of your own power. Women who are beautiful have power over men, and not just over men, but over women. Other women who are not as beautiful as you are may envy you because you attract the attention of men. If you dress a certain way and all the men are crazy about you, what are the women going to say about you? Oh, she's a loose woman. You become afraid of all those judgments people have about you. This is nothing but concepts again. Nothing but false beliefs that open wounds in the emotional body. Then, of course, we have to cover those wounds. We have to cover these wounds with lies and denial systems. Envy is also a belief that can easily be broken with awareness. You can learn to deal with the envy of other women or other men, because the truth is that each of you is beautiful. The only difference between the beauty of one person and the beauty of another is the concept of beauty that people have. Beauty is nothing but a concept, nothing but a belief, but you can believe in that concept of beauty and base all your power on that beauty. Time passes and you see you are getting old. Perhaps you are not as beautiful as you were from your point of view. Then a younger woman comes along who is now the one who is beautiful. Time for plastic surgery to try to keep the power, because we believe that our beauty is our power. Our own ageing starts to hurt us. Oh my God, my beauty is going away. Will my man still love me if I am not as attractive? Now he can see other women who are more attractive than me. We resist aging. We believe that because someone is old, it means she is not beautiful. This belief is completely wrong. If you see a newborn baby, it is beautiful. Well, an old person is also beautiful. The problem is the emotion we have in our eyes to perceive what is and what is not beautiful. We have all these judgments. All these programs that put limits on our own happiness, that push us to self-rejection and to reject other people also. Can you see how we play the drama? How we set ourselves up to fail with all those beliefs? Aging is something beautiful, just as growing up is beautiful. We grow from a child to a teenager to a young woman or a young man. It is beautiful. To become an old woman or an old man is also beautiful. In the life of humans, there are certain years when we actively reproduce. During those years, we may want to be sexually attractive because nature makes us that way. After that, we don't have to be sexually attractive from that point of view. But it does not mean we are not beautiful. You are what you believe you are. There is nothing to do except to be just what you are. You have the right to feel beautiful and enjoy it. You can honour your body and accept it as it is. You can honour your body and accept it as it is. You don't need anyone to love you. Love comes from the inside. It lives inside us and is always there. But with that wall of fog, we don't feel it. You can only perceive the beauty that lives outside you when you feel the beauty that lives inside you. You have a belief about what is beautiful and what is ugly. And if you don't like yourself, you can change your belief and your life will change. It sounds simple, but it isn't easy. Whoever controls the belief controls the dream. When the dreamer finally controls the dream can become a masterpiece of art. You can begin by doing a puja for your body every day. In India, people perform pujas or rituals for the different gods and goddesses. In the puja, they bow to the idol, they put flowers near the idol, and they feed the idol with all their love, because these statues represent God. Every day, you can offer a devotional love to your own body. When you take a shower, when you have a bath, treat your body with all your love. Treat your body with honour, with gratitude, with respect. When you eat, take a bite. Close your eyes. And enjoy the food. That food is an offering to your own body, to the temple where God lives. Do this every day, and you will feel your love for your body growing stronger each day, and you will never again reject yourself. Just imagine how you will feel the day you adore your own body. When you accept yourself completely, you will feel so good about your own body, and you are going to be so happy. Then, when you relate with someone else, your limit of self-abuse is almost zero. This is self-love. This is not personal importance because you treat others with the same love, the same honour, the same respect, and the same gratitude you use with yourself. Can you see the perfection in a relationship like that? Can you see the perfection in a relationship like that? It's about honouring the God inside each other. When you make it your goal to create the perfect relationship between you and your body, you are learning to have a perfect relationship with anyone. You are with, including your mother, your friends, your lover, your children, woof woof, your dog. When you have the perfect relationship between you and your body, in that moment, your half of any relationship outside you is completely fulfilled. You no longer depend upon the success of a relationship from the outside. When you do a puja with your own body, when you know how to have the devotion for your own body, and you touch your lover's body, you touch it with the same devotion, the same love, the same honour, the same gratitude. And when your lover touches your body, it's completely open. There is no fear. There is no need. It is full of love. Imagine all the possibilities in sharing your love this way. You don't even need to touch. Just looking into each other's eyes is enough to fulfill the needs of the mind and the needs of the soul. The body is already satisfied because it has all your love. You are never lonely anymore because you are fulfilled with your own love. Wherever you turn your face, you will be fulfilled by love, but not from other humans. You can see a tree and feel all the love coming from the tree to you. You can see the sky, and it's going to fulfill the needs of your mind for love. You will see God everywhere, and it will no longer be just a theory. God is everywhere. Life is everywhere. Everything is made by love, by life. Even fear is a reflection of love, but fear exists in the mind and in humans. That fear controls the mind. Then we interpret everything according to what we have in our mind. If we have fear, what we perceive will be analysed with fear. If we are mad, what we perceive will be perceived according to anger. Our emotions act like a filter through which we see the rest of the world. You could say that the eyes are an expression of what you feel. You perceive the outside dream according to your eyes. When you are angry, you see the world with eyes of anger. If you have eyes of jealousy, your reactions will be different, because the way you see the world is through jealousy. We can feel all our intestines sucking themselves back in when we do that. That's good news, isn't it? Yes, it's very good news. Well done, all of us. We're doing amazingly. If we have fear, what we perceive will be analysed with fear. If we are mad, what we perceive will be perceived according to anger. Our emotions act like a filter through which we see the rest of the world. You could say that the eyes are an expression of what you feel. You perceive the outside dream according to your eyes. When you are angry, you see the world with eyes of anger. If you have eyes of jealousy, your reactions will be different, because the way you see the world is through jealousy. When you have the eyes of madness, everything will bother you. If you have the eyes of sadness, you are going to cry because it's raining, because there's noise, because of everything. We love the rain. Rain is rain. There is nothing to judge or interpret. But you are going to see the rain according to your emotional body. If you are sad, you see with the eyes of sadness, and everything you perceive will be sad. But if you have the eyes of love, you just see love wherever you go. The trees are made with love. The animals are made with love. The water is made with love. When you perceive with the eyes of love, you can connect your will with the will of another dreamer, and the dream becomes one. When you perceive with love, you become one with the birds, with nature, with a person, with everything. Then you can see with the eyes of an eagle or transform into any kind of life. With your love, you connect with the eagle and you become the wings. Or you become the rain or the clouds. But to do this, you need to clean the mind of fear and perceive with eyes of love. You have to develop your will until it is so strong that it can hook the other will and become one will. Then you have wings to fly. Or, being the wind, you can come here. You can go there. You can push away the clouds and the sun is shining. This is the power of love. When we fulfill the needs of our mind and our body, our eyes see with love. We see God everywhere. We even see God behind the parasite of other people. Inside every human is the promised land that Moses promised his people. That promised land is in the realm of the human mind. But only the mind that is fertile for love, because that is where God lives. If you see the ordinary human mind, it is also a fertile land. But for the parasite that grows the seeds of envy, anger, jealousy, and fear. In Christian tradition, you hear of Gabriel coming with the trumpet for the resurrection, and everyone comes out of his grave to live in the eternal life. That grave is the parasite, and the resurrection is the return of life. Because you are alive only when your eyes can see life, which is love. You can have a relationship that fulfills your dream of heaven. You can create a paradise. But you have to begin with you. Begin with complete acceptance of your body. Hunt the parasite and make it surrender. The mind will love your body and will no longer sabotage your love. It's up to you. It's not up to anyone else. But first, you are going to learn how to heal your emotional body. And that's the next chapter to be read. Chapter 11.